Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? I see a lot of people out there, and they're trying to take my swag, but we're still here kicking on True School Sports. Now, anyway, I'm being stupid, but basically, what I want to talk about was Tevin Farmer. He recently had his fight at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, where he scored another unanimous decision victory over a guy named Dardine Zunaj. I don't know how to say his name, but he picks up his fourth win of the year. 4 fights in, very active. If you look at his last 2 years in boxing, Tevin Farmer, since his last 2 years, he's had seven fights. So Tevin Farmer right now, especially among American fighters, you can make the case among the top level American fighters, Tevin Farmer might just be the most active in the whole sport of boxing. And because of that, you're seeing the progression, fight after fight after fight, and you're seeing him counterpunch a lot better. You're seeing his understanding of distance and timing get better, and obviously the thing that he's most known for, which is slipping punches, the defensive skill he's showing. Now, next year is going to be a huge year for Tevin Farmer because he's a guy who has overcome a lot of adversity early in his career. He's here. He's making his run up the ranks at 130, and that's a division with a lot of action. And he's been very adamant saying that he thinks he can compete and beat anybody at 130. So I made the video recently saying that I would like to see him fight Vasyl Lomachenko. So hopefully that can happen at some point. But here's what Tevin Farmer said in regards to that. He said, I quote, "My motivation in boxing is to become a world champion. I don't take anything for granted. I believe I can compete against anyone at 130 pounds and beat them as well." And you know what? I got to agree with Tevin Farmer. There's only a couple guys at 130 right now at this juncture who I think would beat him for sure. And those guys are like Lomachenko and like Vargas. And maybe even Salido. But outside of maybe like the top 3-4 guys, I think anybody really is beatable. And I think for him next year, you're going to see some fights against Jason Sosa, maybe a Roman Martinez type of opponent to get him accustomed to those top ranks, and maybe even, God willing, he gets the winner of the Pedraza Gervonta Davis fight, which we'll see, man. If it's Pedraza, I think he's gonna push for that fight even more because Pedraza is somebody who beat him early on in his career, and he wants to get his revenge. And regardless of whether Pedraza has a title or not, I think Farmer that's the route he's gonna go eventually. But yeah, man, I agree with him. I think Tevin Farmer, the way I see it, with his skill set, with the defensive skill he's shown, with his accuracy, I see Tevin Farmer being a problem at 130. I think, we have guys in boxing, and I think a lot of people who are boxing fans have been trained with this mentality that you have to be undefeated or have one loss, and if you have multiple losses, then you're not a great fighter. But this is showing right now, Tevin Farmer is showing right now that you can overcome adversity. You can still have a couple losses. Tevin Farmer and guys like him and Adrian Granados are showing that you can still overcome adversity or wrongdoings in your career and rise above that and still be a top level fighter in your weight class. So Tevin Farmer, next year is going to be a big year for him. Right now, he's probably the most active American fighter. He just came up another unanimous decision win. So I'm looking for big things from Tevin Farmer. I think, once he gets to that top level when he fights the top 10 in his division, if he's able to exhibit the type of defensive skill that he's shown in his other fights against like Ivan Redkach and those fights, then we might at some point be talking about Tevin Farmer as the best defensive fighter in boxing. To be honest with you guys, because he's very slick, very Pernell Whitaker like with the way he slips his punches. So 130 pounds, I'm looking forward to seeing big things from him next year, and hopefully maybe even interviewing him. I do want to go to Philadelphia next year and visit the Johan Boxing Gym and all the gyms out there. So. Shout out to Tevin Farmer and everything he's got going on. He picked up his 4th win of the year recently in a Stay Busy fight at the 2300 Arena. But let me know what you guys think. The guys at 130 pounds, who are some of the guys you like to see Tevin Farmer match up with? And who do you think are the guys he can beat and can't beat? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just kidding. So until next time, take care, guys.